Man, look, I don't know who need to hear this, but hey, it comes straight from the source, from the good Lord, man. God said, if you are faithful with the fruit things He bless you with, He'll give you more. This is why I always tell people, you can't manipulate God and try to give you more when He already see that with what He have already given you, you ain't being faithful with it. You ain't faithful with the financial blessing that He's giving you. You want to take your money and be selfish with it and do everything that you want to do with it. But then you still telling God to give you more, to give you more, to give you more, to give you more. Why would God give you more when He already done bless you, but you ain't got no type of financial stewardship. You ain't got no type of discipline when it come down to your money. But you want to tell God, if you bless me with this amount of money, I'm going to do this. God already know your heart. You can't lie to God. God know if He bless you with $1 million right now, you going to go buy everything that you always wanted. You ain't going to do nothing to help His kingdom. You ain't going to do nothing to help His people. But this is why I always tell people, man, God sometimes tests us just to see. Just to see. Are we worthy or are we ready to receive what He already have for us? Cause the blessing is there. But God gotta see that you are ready for it. And when God see that you ain't ready for it, cause He ain't finna give it to you, cause He give it to you right now, all you gonna do is blow it away, then you gonna come right back to Him again, talking about some, God, I need this and I need that. So at the end of the day, take what God have already given you and bless you with, and be faithful for that. Stop telling God, well, God, when you give me this amount of money, I'm gonna go do that. We love to say, well, God, you bless me with $1 million, I'm gonna feed the homeless. I'm gonna go do this. But God don't bless you with a job or a career, and you can be doing that now, but you choose not to. You go look at your bank account. You go look at the little money you got when saying, well, I ain't got enough. So you just give what you want to give. That's how it is when it comes down to paying tithe. We want to give God what we want to give when God asking for 10%. But then here you are asking God to give you this and give you that, but you can't even meet God's requirement with God asking of you. How that work? A lot of people around here financially struggling because of that little one simple reason. God see you that you're not being faithful for what He's already given you. And that the money that He has given you or the things that God has given you and bless you with, He see what you doing with it. You ain't trying to do nothing to help His kingdom. You blessing the world. You blessing Satan's kingdom. You ain't blessing God's kingdom. So God said, why should why should I increase in your life when I already know what you're going to do with it? I'm just saying, man. Like, we gotta quit being selfish. That's one thing that a lot of people deal with. They get money and all they just think about is themselves. And then when they run out of money, then they want to go try to get help and then get mad when they can't get it. God don't bless you. All you gotta do is have discipline and ask God to help you financially with your money. It gonna cause for you to have to make some sacrifices. Okay, so be it. We have to make sacrifice. We have to make the right choices every day. Sometimes that may be, hey, I can't go out and eat all the time. I try to tell people, man, think about the stuff that we sit around here and waste our money on. Gambling, eating out all the time, going to the liquor store, going to buy weed, going to buy a drug, going to buy cigarette, all this stuff that we go buy. If we stop buying that, man, guess what? We're ready to have the money that we need. But we don't want to make sacrifices. Some of us, we want to sit out here and try to live beyond our means. Like we got it. Trying to impress people. When at the end of the day, when you broke, them same people you trying to impress, they ain't finna come help you. They gonna ride right past you. They gonna look right at you. Know you in need. So at the end of the day, we gotta, I tell people, man, we gotta stop blaming the devil. We gotta stop using the devil all the time as a scapegoat. When at the end of the day, we don't want to be held accountable for our own actions, our own lack of discipline, our own lack of financial discipline. Because at the end of the day, that's all it is. We just spend, and then, hey, now we looking for somebody to help us. Then when nobody don't want to help us, we want to get mad at somebody else. Man, y'all don't want to help nobody. It ain't nobody's job to take care of you. You grown. You grown. You ain't a child no more. It ain't nobody's responsibility to take care of you but yourself. But like I say, man, I don't know who need to hear it, but hey, God say when you're faithful with the fruit things, He'll bless you with more. God just want to see what you're going to do with those little small things. Sometimes, maybe, that's what I tell people, man, sometimes we have to spend a season in lackness. It just be God's will for us to spend a season in lackness, to humble us. So that, when He do give us that blessing, we ain't not acting all crazy. We'll know how to handle it. We'll know how to take care of it. But we always blaming the devil for everything. Sometimes it do be the devil that got a stronghold or a generational curse over our family to the point where we constantly living in poverty. Some of us, we are the generational curse breaker. But at the same time, like I said, man, you just gotta have wisdom and knowledge when it comes down to money. You can't be out here trying to live like everybody. You can't be out trying to do what everybody else do. Trying to please them, trying to impress people. Trying to make them feel like you got it when you know you don't. When you struggling just like the next person. Where every day you living off of hope and a prayer. Some of y'all trying to figure out where your next meal coming from. How you gonna pay this bill? How you gonna pay that bill? Man, I'll never forget, man. I was walking out of work one night. Well, one morning I worked at Amazon. I heard a girl say, it's crazy because people actually think like this. They actually make choices. She said, man, this my birthday weekend. Out her mouth, she clearly said that, man, what she said? She said, man, forget the light bill. It's my birthday weekend. So you're ready to go party, then take care of your responsibility of keeping them lights on? See the type of choices and decisions we make? We're ready to go out there and spend $300, $400 on outfit, clothes, shoes, hair, nails, all that stuff. And then keep on going to God, talking about, God, can you help me? Can you do this? Can you do that? When God clearly see what you spending your money on. You lack discipline. You get money and you feel that money go to burning on your pocket, in your car, whatever the case may be. And you just gotta go get it. You walk into the store, you go in there and get one thing, you come out with 10 other stuff, you ain't even get what you supposed to win there and got. Call discipline, man. And it like this. You know where you trying to go in life. You know what you want in life. You the only somebody gonna be able to get where you trying to go in life. It ain't nobody else's job to get where you supposed to get in life but you. We gotta stop relying on people, depending on people. And just depend on God, man. Like, I'll never forget. And God dealt with me in this. God told me when I was working, he told me, because this is what I do. When I pay my tithe, I ask God where he want me to put my tithes at, my 10% or whatever. I don't go put it in these churches because I know these churches out here robbing God. I know these churches out here taking that money and they ain't trying to do nothing to advance God's kingdom. They advancing their own kingdom. They building on to the church. They adding all this sophisticated equipment in the church. Making these churches look like mega mansions and whatnot. That ain't what that money for. That money is to help God people to advance his kingdom. Get out here, feed the homeless, help these people. But they take the money and do stuff for themselves. But I asked God, I said, God, what you... I said, God, if I ever get enough money, they won't put my money at. Well, God wanted me to put my money at, I knew it was a good organization for what they do. The organization that he wanted me to put it on was Hope for the City. That's my wife, brother organization. Man, if y'all get any chance, any time to while I'm up here, if y'all get any chance or time, man, look them up. Lieutenant Colonel Nicholas Morgan, he on Facebook. Nick Morgan, he on Facebook, man. Send him a friend request, whatever the case may be. Man, check it out. It's Hope for the City, man. I think they got their own Facebook page, Hope for the City. Hope for the City Scholarship, man. They really out here trying to, send kids out the school, off to school so they can get what they need to get did, man, and come back and help their community. So that's what God wanted me to put my money. I was like, well, God, one day, you know what I'm saying, you bless me with the money, or you bless me with whatever you bless me with, that's what I'm gonna do with it. God clearly told me, no, I need you to do that now. I need you to do that now. So every pay period when I was getting paid, 10% of my check was going towards Hope for the City Scholarship, because that's what God wanted me to put my money. He know it. They wasn't doing no type of bamboos and no type of fraud, no type of nothing. He knew what they were doing was something that God put on Nick Hard to do. He knew it. God put that on his heart to start that program. It wasn't just something that he just came up out blue say I'm finna do. That was something that God put on his heart to do. That's his way of using him. So I'm like, okay, Lord. So that's what I started doing. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes you look at me, I be like, man, God, you said 10%. Sometimes I check every week might be like $600 something. Knowing I got bills, I got food, I say, you know what, Lord, I believe in you. You Jehovah Jireh. You shall provide. You shall make a way. And all I just got to do is just, sometimes you got to make sacrifices. You know you can't be out here trying to splurge when you ain't got that much money. So, I ain't gonna lie. So, I did what I had to do. I gave that to him. And all the rest, I went and got my groceries, made sure my bill paid, whatever the case may be. And I had my little extracurricular activities on the side back. That when I was really, you know what I'm saying, smoking. I was smoking weed. I ain't gonna lie. I made sure I had the money for that. See y'all, I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I'm gonna be 100 with you. See, that's the thing we do. We make sure we have the money for what we want to do. We make sure we have the money for that. We make sure we have the money to go to that club. We make sure we have the money to go on them trips. We make sure we have the money to go to that alcohol store to get that liquor. We make sure we have the money to do all that. But we don't make sure we have the money to do what we supposed to do. We'll put other, I ain't saying everybody do this, but we'll put other things aside just so we can partake in extracurricular activities to do certain things and go certain places. It's okay to tell a person, well, man, I can't do that right now. My finances is not letting me able to do that right now. I'm not capable of doing that right about now with my finances. If you can sit here, let me tell you something. If you can sit here and eat out every day, if you can sit here and eat crab dinners every weekend or whatever the case may be, you wasting a whole lot of money. And if you just stop doing that and make a sacrifice, be like, you know what, man, I'm just gonna make me something. You know, you can take the money that you sit up here and go out to eat with every day and buy you something so you can take to work with you. But we don't want to do that. Because we trying to please people. Oh, that ain't what I want. You can't always get what you want right there and there. But we live with that mindset that, oh, I'm making the money, so I'm going to treat myself. But you can't treat yourself when you ain't got the finances to treat yourself. But man, look, I'm just saying, man, like, God say, man, if you're faithful with the fruit, I'll bless you with more. So you gotta be faithful for what God give you, man. God see your situation. He see what you facing. He gonna make ways out of no ways. He gonna make sure he provide for you. He gonna make sure all your needs are met. It's the wants that get us in trouble. I want this. I want that. So what we sacrifice, we'll sacrifice our need for what we want. That's what we do. Sacrifice our need for what we want. We gotta stop making excuses, man. And excuses what kill us. I can't do this. Well, It ain't that you can't do it, it's that you don't want to do it. But then you get mad when somebody can't help you. It's not nobody's job to help you when God don't gave you what you need to survive. You just not using it right. God took 2 fishes and 5 loaves and fed thousands of people. And he had some left over. So you telling me God can't take what you got and make it enough and make it to the point where you got some left over? Come on, man. You just got to use wisdom and knowledge. That's all it is. You just got to use wisdom and knowledge, man. I promise you, God will take whatever you got and he'll make it enough. He'll make it enough. He'll make it enough, man. He'll make it enough. He'll make it enough, man. He'll make it enough. But hey, I just want to come out and get that message real quick. Like, man, I ain't trying to make nobody feel no type of way or... Because, man, look, at the end of the day, we all struggle with something. You know, we all make bad choices in life. You know, that's why I always tell people, man, you got to keep God in the center of everything. Without God, you don't put God in nothing, man. It ain't going to last. It ain't going to survive. You need God in your life. You need God in your relationship. You need God in your marriage. You need God in your finances. You need God in your family. Without God, man, we ain't got nothing. Without God, everything, every time we try to build a foundation, it gonna come crashing down. It gonna crumble. Because God, Jesus Christ, Yahweh, Yahshua, the Messiah, the I Am, the Jehovah Jireh, the Almighty, the one and only, He is the foundation. He is the glue that hold everything together. That's why he say, what he say, a cord, because I don't want to quote it wrong, but think about it when you braiding. You have three cords. You take that third one to hold it together. Because without that third little strand, it gonna untwine itself. That's how it is with God. We need him to hold everything we got together. To hold that marriage together. To hold that relationship together. To hold that family together. To hold our finances together. We need him to hold it all together because he is the glue. He is the final piece. He is the foundation. That when we build everything on top of him, it gonna stand through hard times. It gonna stand when that storm come raging in. It gonna stand. It gonna stand, man. It gonna stand. But hey, man, I just had to bring y'all that little quick message, man. Look, I love y'all, man. I always remember keep God first, man. Y'all be safe out there, man. Make some time for God, man. Make some time for God. Give God as much time as possible, man. Stop giving the world your time. Stop giving people your time. Stop giving these jobs all your time. And then you left with trying to give God a little time, man. And at the end of the day, we don't even hardly give God no time because we be too tired to even give him some time. So, man, look, you just got to find the time, make some time for God, man. Sometimes you got to make sacrifice. You got to cut some stuff out your, pull some stuff out your plate, man. Cut some stuff out your life, man. Stop trying to be a busybody. Stop trying to be busy. Some of us, man, we are too busy for God. But God ain't never too busy for us. But we too busy for him. But we always going to him and expecting for God to stop whatever he doing and help us. But we don't want to stop what we doing and be busy and spend time with God and make time for him. I tell people, man, get in that word, man. Spend some time in that word. Just sit and quiet and meditate and wait on God to show up and appear and let him begin to talk to you, man. God just want to talk to us. God just want to let us know some stuff. Sometimes it be some good stuff to help us in life, and sometimes God just want to let you know what you're doing wrong so you can correct it, man. A lot of y'all are talking about y'all don't know how to live for God and thinking that you living for God. Well, guess what? God gonna let you know. He gonna let you know if you are pleased with if he is pleased with your life. But y'all running from God and running to man. Y'all being deceived by some of these peoples in the pulpit. The devil can disguise himself as an angel of light. And if you ain't got the Holy Spirit in you, you ain't got good enough discernment, man, you're going to be led astray like the rest of these people. Led to be destroyed. Led to be turned over to the devil. To the gates of hell. A lot of y'all out here following these people, but you're not following God. How you following man, but you're not called to follow man, you're called to follow God. It's okay to listen to people. But God say you gotta follow me. Y'all worshiping people more than you worshiping God. Man, y'all be surprised of how many of these people out here, man, God is not pleased with. Y'all be, man, I'm telling you, you will be surprised of how many these people out here claiming and professing, or whatever the case may be, but they ain't nothing but some wolves in sheep clothing. And God don't teach force. Cause he don't force you to do nothing. So why would God sit a man in front of you to tell you this is what you supposed to do and force it up on you? When God don't even force it up on you. God give you free will. God give you free will, man. God allow you to make certain decisions and certain choices. God ain't finna force nothing. At the end of the day, God ain't finna force himself on you. He ain't finna force the truth on you. He gonna let you make the decision what you wanna accept, what you wanna believe in. So why you out here trying to force things on people, then get mad when somebody don't want to accept what you saying? That ain't God like. That ain't God like, man. So we just gotta be careful, man. We gotta be careful, man. We gotta be careful. Because look, it gonna come a time in the day where we all gotta stand before God. And he gonna judge each and every last one of us. He gonna judge us on the life that we lived down here, what we did, our obedience, all that stuff. And either you gonna hear, well done, my good and faithful servant, or you gonna hear, depart from me, I never knew you. But how you live down here dictate what you're gonna hear on Judgment Day. Man, I want to say something so bad that God revealed to me about a certain person that a lot of people follow. And I'm going to say it. I might get ridiculed for this. I might get called out on this. But I know they come straight for the God. Because God don't want you following people that ain't truthful. A lot of people follow, what's his name? Pastor, whoever he is, Apostle Geno Jennings. Quite sure a lot of y'all don't heard of him. First time I seen that man, my spirit didn't sit right with him. My spirit didn't sit right with him. It ain't because I hate the man. I don't even know the man. But it just, something in my spirit let me know that it ain't right. I don't know what that man do behind closed doors. I don't know none of that. But I know God, I remember God telling me that he going to begin to reveal a lot of these people out here. And a lot of people going to be shocked. And one of the person he revealed to me was him. You see what happened to, what's his name? One of the biggest preacher that everybody know. See what happened to him. That's why I tell people, man, look, what's done in the dark soon gonna come to the light. You might can hide it from people, but you can't hide it from God. And eventually, it gonna come to the light. It gonna come to the light, man. It gonna come to the light. I don't know what Apostle Geno Jennings do behind closed doors. I don't know what that man do. I don't know. Only thing I know is it got to be something that he's teaching that God is not approved of. And like I tell people, man, you got to be careful because a lot of these people are leading you into cult. It's a cult now. Well, this is what you're supposed to do. This is. But at the end of the day, you still got to give people that decision and choice to make. You can't force nobody to live a certain way. You can't force nobody to live a certain way. All you can do is tell people and keep moving. What God say? If they don't accept your message, kick the dust off your feet and keep moving. You can't force nobody to do nothing. You can't force nobody to be with you. You can't do that, man. You can't do it. You can't do it, man. You can't do it. That's why I don't put my trust in people. That's why I tell people I don't sit on nobody to teach me nothing. When God is the teacher, when God is the counselor, God teach you everything you need to know. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be the truth. Now, yeah, you might have to sit under somebody, you know what I'm saying, leadership, or whatever the case may be. But God is the teacher. If God wants somebody to teach you, He going to send that right person to teach you. But until then, you learn from God. He the source. He the author. He the word. He the word. What did he say? In John, I was just reading this the other day. I'm going to say this and get off. John 1:1, it said, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So who can teach you more about the Word? Because you got to think about it. Everybody now, man, everybody got their own doctrine, their own teaching, their own belief, tradition. Like, when it comes down to religion, man, it's so corrupt. Because you got people fighting over what the Word say. Everybody want to try to change it and make it fit what they think it's saying, or trying to change it and make it fit their lifestyle, or trying to make it change and fit to how they want the Word to say. When the God says only one doctrine, man. It's only one doctrine. But man, we look at these people, man. We look at their position, their name, and then what we go by. Oh, he's called himself an apostle. He a bishop, preacher, elder. Look at they followers. Look at, you know what I'm saying? Then we look at the position they hold, the statue that they hold. But we'll never look at a person's spirit. You gotta look at it. You gotta pay attention to a person's spirit. Some of y'all can't discern the spirit. That's why you being deceived and you've been led down the wrong path, because your discernment off. You being tricked, you being bamboozled, you being deceived by the enemy. And you going out here passing along the same teaching, the same belief that you listen to somebody, or you passing that along, and just corrupting people. Because you yourself ain't spending no time with God. That's why I tell people, man, you gotta unlearn everything you've been taught and sit down with God. God gonna teach you some stuff. He gonna teach you about this world. He gonna teach you how the world's supposed to run when he first created the world. He gonna tell you about some stuff. He gonna tell you about the paganism. He gonna tell you about everything in this world that was, how can I say it? He gonna tell you about everything in this world that goes against him. The church. He gonna tell you about these churches around here. He gonna tell you the truth, but he gonna be up to you to accept it. A lot of people don't want to accept the truth because it ain't how they were raised. It ain't what they was taught. A lot of people don't want to accept the truth because at the end of the day, it goes against how they want to live, their lifestyle. And they don't want to change it. They believe they can serve two masters. They believe they can be for God and be for this world. They believe they can serve God and be out here doing devilish things. And that all they got to do is repent of their sins and God going to forgive them. It don't work like that, man. Some people walking around here right now thinking that they saved, sanctified, they going to heaven. But they still living the same. I tell people, man, when you accept God into your life, something's supposed to change. You don't supposed to be the same person you was 5 years ago. You still that person. Something mean you gotta change. It's the process of sanctification. How you still the same person you was? You ain't been saved. God, when God gets you, he gets your heart. And when he gets your heart, man, woo. That's it. You gonna want to change. You gonna want to live for God. You might stray away, but I promise you, you're gonna find yourself right back in front of God. God gonna convict you. People ain't being convicted around here. Because they don't strayed away from God. They don't sin so much to the point where they not sensitive to the Holy Spirit no more. God said, how can you serve me and serve another God? How can you serve me and money? Because at the end of the day, that's what a lot of us out here doing. We serving money. When you serving God, man, it ain't all about money. Because God going to lead you down on a mission or assignment where for a season or whatever the case may be, it ain't about money. It's just serving Him. That you ain't getting paid to do it. It's just your service for Him. And that's the thing about people. They don't want to. Only time they want to serve God when it's beneficial. When it's beneficial to them. When it's beneficial to them. Oh, I serve God when it's beneficial to me. When I'm getting something up out of it. But look what God did when He died on that cross. How was that beneficial to Him? Because He was perfect. A man that didn't sin. So what benefit was it for Him to become a living sacrifice for us? Down on that cross, experiencing all that for us. He didn't get no benefits out of it. We got the benefits. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son so that we may have eternal life. John, what is it? John 3:16. I gotta make sure I'm quoting it right. John, yep. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believe in Him should not perish, but have everlasting life. He didn't get no benefit from it. We got the benefit from it. But now God asking in return that, hey, you become a living sacrifice for me. You do this. You do that. We don't want to do it. We don't want to do it. We don't want to do it. It like this right here. This what I was reading last night right here. While we on this note, so can I go back to it? About the rich young man. It said, and when he was gone forth into the way, there came one running, and kneeled to him, and asked him, Good master, what shall I do that I may inherit eternal life? And Jesus said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is God. Thou knowest the commandments. Do not commit adultery. Do not kill. Do not steal. Do not bear false witness. Defraud not. Honor thy father and mother. And then what the young man said. This what the young man said. And he answered and said unto him, Master, all these have I observed from youth. Then Jesus, beholding him, loved him, and said unto him, One thing thou lackest. Go thy way, sell whatsoever thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven. And come take up thy cross and follow me. This is what I ask people. Like, you say you love God so much. You say, you know what I'm saying, you Christian and you this and you that. You this and you that, but are you willing to give up everything that you got down here to follow God? Because following God, you're gonna have to, God gonna ask you to give up some things. It's not, you're not going to understand. You're not going to understand. But hey, it's what God asking you to do. And he was sad at that saying and went away grieved, for he was great possessed. People don't want to give up their possession. People don't want to give up material things. They don't want to do none of that stuff. Then over here in chapter 28, he said, then Peter began to say unto him, lo, we have left all and have followed thee. They left everything from God. Are you willing to leave everything for God and follow him? And Jesus answered and said, verily, I say unto you, there is no man that have left house, or brethren, or sister, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands for my sake and the gospel, but he shall receive 100-fold now in this time houses and brethren and sisters and mothers and children and lands with persecution, and in the world to come eternal life. You got to be willing to give up some stuff. Quit trying to hold on to everything. That's why I tell people, man, in order for you to see what God got for you, man, you got to give up some stuff. You got to give it up. You got to give it up, man. You got to give it up.